Hello, I'm Luke Neller and welcome to Best Replays of the Week. In this episode we have a lesser-known TD with a hit list, an E3 refusing to give up, and a Super Pershing playing a tracking game. Let's watch! Our first replay comes from Morinage from the EU server. This is a dream matchup for this tier 10 light tank. An encounter battle on Malinovka has a lot of carry potential, if you know the right positions. So Morinage, can you show us one? Some nice opening spots, and even a bit of damage. Hey, this T-54 light has taken a bit of a tumble. Can't let that damage go to waste. The hill is clearly lost. Morinage understands this position isn't so valuable without it, and so it's time to relocate. Don't forget that this is an encounter battle, so it's possible to flank through what would normally be the south spawn, undetected. Even with all this flanking damage, our list of allies grows shorter by the minute. Time to reposition again. Not that way. That's more like it. Now the enemy push has been shut down. It's time to root out the stragglers. This could have gone better, but there's only 3 enemies left now. Look into their ammunition. Our hero realizes it is running low and will need some support from the final friendly. Working together, they agree to take the hill and manage to shave some HP off the enemy T-54 Mod 1 along the way. The arty has started a capture. This isn't a problem in encounter, there's plenty of time for our hero to set up a crossfire. Everyone, keep an eye on that ammo count. Phew, that was close. One miss would have ended it for our hero, but Morinage kept it cool and made the shots count. Great teamwork and a rare Fade-Ins award for an exceptional display of skill. Well done, Morinage! Next up is Danger Nat from the SEA region. The Ferdinand is an old TD in World of Tanks and arguably dated compared to the new kids on the block. But Danger Nat is going to show us that this TD, although it is old, can still be a force to be reckoned with. Rolling a top of the list standard battle on Mountain Pass is a good start, as this map has a lot of narrow roads, so the Ferdy's heavy punch and armor will be quite useful. One of the new Swedish TDs is first on the hit list for this monstrous 128mm cannon. This flank is poorly defended, so our Vindicator sets up a strong defensive position and lies in wait. 3 versus 1, no cover, and only 1,000 hit points. This will be tricky. With some keen support from the AT-7, the foes are vanquished and the flank secure. Time to reinforce somewhere else. If you've a keen eye, you'll notice that Danger Nat is keeping Arty safe using that high wall. Very sensible, things considered. This little TD's day just soured. Some good timing on the Borsig's reload allows our Vindicator a free shot. And another, not fast enough, E25. Half the remaining enemies are artillery, so remaining in cover will be quintessential to victory. This Su-101 didn't get the memo. Nor this Dicker Max. Hang on, that's the 4th German TD Danger Nat has killed this battle, all released after our traditional 30. This old dog showed the new pups what for. Some disorganized relocating leaves this M44 caught in the open. Time is running short, so long travel is not an option. Excluding the enemy base, the most likely place for this remaining arty to be is, our own base. Gotcha! With just 7 seconds left on the clock. Talk about a close game. 11 kills and over 1,800 base XP plants our top gunner word firmly upon Danger Nat's barrel. Now we go back to the EU region for our Confederate. AIM-X is driving the recently buffed M48 pattern. It has now become one of the most powerful mediums on the battlefield, in the right hand. And on Fisherman's Bay, there are many opportunities with many ridges and long ranges that this American powerhouse can put to good use. A good player knows the importance of an early HP lead. Ouch, maybe not as much of a lead as AIM-X expected. Since there are no artillery units, some active play on this middle slope can yield good results. The enemy is advancing through the town, but our Confederate knows all the angles like the back of his hull. This ridgeline provides an excellent spot to set up and support what remains of the eastern flank. But in the same moment, the Western Allies' push has been wiped out. Now there are enemies on both sides, so being careful when exposing is paramount. The pattern is mobile and nimble despite its size, so this intricate maneuver pays off. An isolated enemy! They must be picked off quickly to help rotate this battle off the losing foot. The T-44 is doing a great job of keeping the enemy spotted. Perfect opportunity for a double bush. After a few dodgy shots, the enemy mediums fall, leaving the weight of the battle on a sole Jagdpanzer E100. This aggressive spotting position pays off with a quick shot on the flat TD side. There's only a slim chance of surviving that 117mm shell, so AIM-X must tread lightly. Support arrives just as the base is captured, and it becomes a two-pronged victory. This battle would have surely been a loss if it wasn't for our American muscle. Almost 10,000 damage and a second gun mark. A great display of how to fight a battle on the back foot, AIM-X. We journey now to Muravanka with Zeus for you from the EU region for a standard battle. Let's see what this American behemoth has in store for us. Zeus heads east to a strong defensive position, and it's a good thing too. There are swaths of enemies approaching. Time to start trimming HP. Only the mighty Russian IS-3 stands up to the 150mm shell, and lucky for Zeus that shot didn't penetrate. This IS-3 is becoming a bit of a nuisance. A 140 races in at top speed to flank this beast, but his angle is too shallow. Time to deal with this pesky IS-3. Blast! The IS-3 knocks out the ammo rack and the repair kit is still on cooldown. Time for the dance of death as Zeus desperately attempts to bring his gun to bear on the Tier 8. Not that one! Saved! An ally releases Zeus from the IS-3's death grip and the ISU fluffs his shot. Just in time to stop this E-75 dead in his tracks. Uh-oh, a contender approaches. But he is low HP, so a well-aimed HE shell finishes the job. Good choice. Our brave behemoth now stands alone against 4 enemies. Make that 3. The STRV struggles against the thick frontal armor of the E3, and Zeus manages to wiggle to safety. Too slow on the draw today, Jagdpanzer. It's almost like these guys had a death wish. But wait! There was supposed to be 4 of them! The cap! The Lurvy manages to solo capture an encounter, almost a feat upon itself. Feels bad man for Zeus, but maybe this week's Heartbreak Award and a whopping 10,000 damage will soften the blow. Now it's time for the pinnacle of the show, the best replay of the week. The leading role will be played by Cabrax's 123 on Siegfried Line, driving the Super Pershing. Once a feared tank on the battlefield, it's become more subdued in recent times, but that doesn't mean it can't wreak havoc when called upon. Cabraxis opens up the show with a long shot on the move into the E-75. After a quick peck at the T-54 lightweight, the E-75 returns for round 2. Although it seems the E-75 has got his gear sticks jumbled, it doesn't take long to dismantle this beast from the side. The T-54 lightweight cowers in fear as our hero sets their vehicle ablaze before finishing the job with a sneaky shot under the arch. The T-29 is no good on flat ground and falls quickly to this rapid-firing 90mm. No repair kit? Don't mind if I do. Oh, RT ruined the fun. The battle is not looking too good so far, despite our hero's already impressive 3,500 damage. Best to perform a flanking maneuver to even things up. Wow, Capraxis certainly has a knack for precision tracking shots, but this exchange has left the Super Pershing looking a bit worse for wear. And the enemy E75 is almost full HP. And here it comes. Another track shot! And this one did just the trick as the enemy heavy falls to concentrated fire. Thanks, team! Eek! That was a lucky low damage roll from the Tiger P. This Super Pershing is still standing, just about. I hope Capraxis is making a tracking shot tutorial. It almost seems natural for them. What a masterful game, demonstrating how effective a well-placed shot can be. It certainly brings the rewards in too. 2,175 base XP and almost 6,000 damage is a monstrous achievement in this tough matchup for the Super Pershing. Congratulations and well fought, Capraxis. We hope you put this gold to good use. That's all for this week. This season's replays are a little bit better than before, don't you think? Well, keep sending them in. I'm Luke Nella, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.